So the fog, really brutal apparently. Speaking about refinding mojo, there's a clip of Laurie Greenland power wheeling out the Stevie Smith drop. It's done the rounds on social media this week, and it's just been missing for Greenland this year.
Yeah, it's really cool to see Laurie back to his full performance. There we go, that was the gap I was talking about.
And that is a plunge, 0.2 of a second up at the second split for Greenland on a track he really, really likes.
He was up there in time training too, wasn't he? So
yeah, he was really going for it this week. Yeah. Even these sections, you think you have a rest, like a long flat straight, but it's almost the opposite. You try and let go like light of the handlebars, but it's still super rough and rocky.
One here as a junior in 2015, Greenland, 0.7 of a second now, it's split free, so is somewhere.
Gets through there pretty good, holds the line.
So good at that stuff, Laurie, isn't he? Just compact on the bike, stands in the middle of it.
That was pretty perfect.
Big gap on the way out there.
That's a long way. It doesn't look that big on here, but that's a long way, especially when your arms are absolutely cooked after, what, 3 minutes of riding.
The man from Bristol in the UK, on a run here. Best we've seen of him really this season. Let's see if he can get it to the line. Laurie Greenland, there he is, that's more like him.
Oh, foot out.
Hangs the foot off, 2.2 seconds faster at split 4 for Laurie Greenland now. This is much more like it from Laurie Greenland, the Santa Cruz Syndicate star. Still just one UCI Dyno World Cup to his name, heads towards the finish line. Can he get another one today? Laurie Greenland stands on the pedals and goes fastest by 2.3 seconds ahead of Richie Rude. That could be just the tonic. Jackson Goldstone, the winner last here, is there. Canadian fans absolutely loving the action here as we head back to the top for one of the very, very best to ever do it. Greg Minnaar heads out into the mist on his last ever UCI downhill World Cup run. 167 career starts, 22 wins, 19,500 points scored just about.
How many here? Do you think he's done all 27?
He is an absolute force of nature.
I was going through those upper corners for the first time, and I was like, how many times has Greg done these corners?
Yeah.
I spoke to Greg earlier in the week, and he said he's been thinking about this race for a long time, and he was super nervous, and yeah, it was on his mind.
Yeah. Talk to anybody and they'll say the most impressive thing about him is his ability to handle the big days, and we wait for the second split time, see how he's coping with today.
Oh, nice.
Look at him go.
Island. That was really good.
And you're right, he'll want to do himself justice today, won't he? He'll want to go out with a bang.
I think so.
Oh. 1.6 back, so he's lost a second, but we do know that he's got some lines in the rock gardens lower down the track. Piloted what's known as Simba's Leap in the second one some time ago now. Here he comes over the Stevie Smith drop though. Minnaar, one-off international cycling's big stars. Set to hang up his spurs this afternoon. Clips the pole on the way through there, 48.2 kilometers an hour. Will get a huge ovation at the finish line. We'll be back next season with that Norco Race Division squad. Set to move into a more managerial role, I think, help develop the bike and the young talent. Set to do a bit of business in the rider market this off-season. We're told Minnaar dabs a foot there on the way through. Doesn't lose too much speed though.
No.
That's not where you want to be taking the feet off.
And he's probably not clipped in here, is he? We should make that really tough. Maybe he did get back in.
Yep, no matter how many points he scores today, he'll only add to a tally that's still the career, comfortably the career best ever, 19,434 currently, so I don't think we'll ever see that beaten. I mean, it's a big ever, I don't like the use of the word ever, but I can't imagine anyone's career going as deep as this man's have. Greg Minnaar signs off a page off the history book. The best to ever do it, the greatest of all time. Minnaar magic in Mont-Sainte-Anne. Greg Minnaar, over and out. Take a bow, the man from Peter Maritzburg. That will be, well, that's a massive goat. And that's another massive goat. Greg Minnaar retires from UCI Downhill World Cup Racing. Remy Therion then gets ready to go for Giant Factory off-road team. And yeah, we've had some wet races, Charlie, this year, and this man always shines whenever things get loose.
Yeah, this guy is absolutely incredible on the bike. Yeah, he manages to make lines work that you just don't really know.
1.8 faster at the third split here from Therion. Having a good go at this one.
Yeah, I'd sort of describe him as a bit of a magician on the bike.
Yeah, he's moved back now, 600ths of a second.
Oh, it seems like he's really found his form again.
Since I moved back to Giant, actually, it seems to be clicking again for Therion, doesn't it?
Some clips of him this year have just been absolutely unreal.
Remy Therion takes flight, heads towards the finish line. Is he heading towards the hot seat? Crashes at second place behind Laurie Greenland, who holds on for another rider, 6/10. You can see the goggles covered in moisture there.
Yeah, hard to see through those.
Well, the rain has arrived, and that means that this man, Benoit Coulange, is all of a sudden in amongst it. Took another UCI World Cup win, the last round in Ludenvielle on full mud tyres. Coulange is faster at the first split by 6 thousandths of a second, absolutely nothing in it. Coulange, his last race for the Dorval AM Commensal squad after 12 years on the one team.
He looks quick.
Yeah, he's ripping.
He tends to. You'll find that. You'll find that with Benoit Coulange.
That's interesting, the low line there. There's there is two line choices there. The high line seems to get a better exit onto this flat sector, but seems to be a bit safer going into that low rut.
Coulange.
That was quick.
That was quick. Interesting to see where he'll end up this off-season when the transfer market gets going. 4/10 now, so there is time still up there. And I was just about to say there's one rider in each race that can just ignite things.
Wow.
Coulange might just be that man today.
He's definitely not holding back. Like he's going super quick and making all these lines work like we haven't seen for a while.
Out into the rain now. Benoit Coulange on the Commensal. Greenland, Therion, Rude, Kerr, Myers-Smith, your top 5. Greenland has been on that hot seat for some time as the rain gets heavier here in Mont-Sainte-Anne, but as I said, when the rain gets heavy, you need Benoit Coulange on track.
It was quite interesting in Ludenville. He said he was at the top and he actually watched my run because I dropped in before him. So he was watching my run, so he knew exactly what sections he could go fast in, and I assume he's probably done the same here today.
He's held on, you know, 4/10, still in the green for Coulange. Green the whole way down.
Wow.
Scrubs across that bridge, turns hard left, and now into the woods on those full mud spike tyres.
Oh, hold on to it.
I was just about to say, with Coulange, there's always a bit of riding his luck involved. That big compression
Stay up there.
may have just been it.
Nice. Not the cleanest, but held on to it and
all these green split times worth pointing out again. It was dry for Laurie Greenland, who set them virtually for the first time. He moves backwards 8/10 back now on that time of Greenland. Coulange is going to have to dig deep here if he wants to take the hot seat. Up and over that hip jump. Now just 2 drops to go. Needs to find some pedal strokes somewhere. Is this going to be it? It's Benoit Coulange going to go into the hot seat, and Mont-Sainte-Anne crosses the line and goes third by 6/10 of a second. Greenland holds on, but Benoit Coulange has proved that there is still time up there.
That's good.
Lucky Stevens McNabb for Union Forge by Steel City Media, and I think it's fair to say it's from the Ronan Dunn folder of anything could happen next.
I'm excited for this run. He was riding insanely well last week at the US Open. So yeah, this could be a good one.
Yeah, took the win in that race in Killington.
By a lot, no? Big margin.
Almost 3 seconds.
Slightly inside. Whoa. Wow.
Ooh, he ran it high up there.
Lucky Stevens McNabb.
Nice high line there, though.
Yeah, was
good exit speed.
Whoa. Was third at round 3 earlier on the season, and is kind of one of those riders that at the top of a lot of team managers' shopping lists this off-season. Big reserves of talent, and He's kind of been around for a little while, Charlie, but it's come together for him this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think as a junior, he was super quick. Had a couple of injuries last year. I think it was his first year in elite, but yeah, he's really he stood out on some of the split and the sector times. I think in Poland he was actually fastest until the third split. So yeah, he's got some serious speed in him.
Calls Rotorua home, pulls a tear off midair. You love to see it. Pulls a tear off midair. Yeah. Lucky Stevens McNabb.
To be fair, I think the pull-off in midair is probably the best option.
I think so. Well, I was kind of trying to think. Some tracks always green.
He's faster. He's 0.4 of a second up now, Lucky Stevens McNabb. Here in Mont-Sainte-Anne in the rain.
Wow. Launched it.
Lucky Stevens McNabb has had a breakthrough season. Is he going to end it with his debut UCI Downhill World Cup win? So far, Greenland holds on to the hot seat, but the Kiwi's going to have to do something special in the rocks. That looked very fast through there, Jesse.
Yeah, a bit. Oh, wow. Wow.
So Benoit
rolled the dice and came up sixes.
I can report from the bottom, Benoit Coulonge, apparently the first rider on a full mud tire setup. Interesting to see what Lucky Stevens McNabb's got on. I wonder if even he knows. He just sends it. Heads towards the fourth split now. Big pull.
Man, it's crazy to see the difference. These guys, like, obviously, like, their times are showing it, but visibly, they're just carrying so much more speed.
He's still up, you know, 0.3 of a second for Stevens McNabb now.
And Benoit made up time on this last split, so.
This one is doable. Are we going to see a new hot seat resident at the end of this run?
Come on, Lucky.
The Union by Steel City Media, the star, one of the stars of 2024, Lucky Stevens McNabb, whistles down the finish line in Mont-Sainte-Anne. Is he going to take the lead in the race? He does so by 0.4 of a second. Mont-Sainte-Anne has a new leader, and it's Lucky Stevens McNabb. It's Madison's dad getting ready to drop.
Yeah. It's going to be the fastest dad out there, right?
Yeah. Coming back, he's looked so good on track. I think he's got a fire in him. And
as we rejoin the run live, let's get the first split from Troy Brosnan.
I think that's the first one we've seen all day.
He's fastest by 0.4 of a second. Troy Brosnan could be on.
He is so good at riding in kind of any conditions. Like, he just really isn't phased and so steady on a bike.
The man from Adelaide.
He's fit. Like, we know he can pedal, so I don't think he's going to struggle too much on this track. And I think he really likes this bike, so I think he's going to be pretty stoked in this run, and let's hope he goes fast.
2021, Leo Gang, you've got to wind the clock back sometime for his last win. I don't think anybody would argue that he's not had as many wins as he's deserved, this man, over the years.
Come on, nice, good exit. I think that was smart. Slower in, but then really good exit out.
Been on the podium 3 times here in the past, one of which was at the UCI Downhill World Championships.
Doubles into that too. Nice high line, good speed around there.
Let's get the second split. Are we going to get a win from the last man down? Downhill racing at its best, as it has been all season.
Come on, nice.
He's faster by 0.8 of a second, Troy Brosnan, here in Mont-Sainte-Anne. Charlie Hatton is looking good so far.
Yeah, it's looking really good. I think from the qualifying and the semi, he was actually really fast at the bottom. So yeah, he should be on for a good one here, I think.
Took time off in the middle of this season for the arrival of his first child. And he said he's come back here really with very little prep time, but who knows, a change might be good.
It is incredible, to be fair. He missed the last couple of races and he's back here now. And
I mean, I think it's not so. How many years has he been podiuming, you know? Like,
he's got
the guy
a lot
can
of
go away,
experience.
come back, and he's always going to have speed.
That debut win, you got to go back to 2015, Fort William. He's been at the top of his game. If he wins this, he's 0.4 of a second back. He will take second position. Amaury Piron would be third.
Come on, Troy. That looks quick.
Brosnan through the mist. Absolutely stunning riding from the man from Adelaide.
Good speed around that corner.
Here we go. This is where he can finesse some more time. Try to turn the lights green again. Troy Brosnan into the woods.
Nice. Good hop.
Works well down through those super slick rocks. Brosnan.
Clean.
Looking super clean through there. Lucky Stevens McNabb watches on.
Just mistimed that. It's crazy.
Huge moment.
The differences.
Gets away with it though, does Brosnan.
He's looked quick here all weekend as well. Get that pull.
Whoa. He's sending it.
Big tweak in the middle of the pool as well. Troy Brosnan senses a win here. You don't do this for as long as this man does.
This is close.
He's faster again by a tenth of a second. Troy Brosnan back in the green here in Mont-Sainte-Anne, Quebec. Not much more track to go now. Brosnan, is he on track to take his first win since 2021? Here we go. The fans go mad in Mont-Sainte-Anne. Troy Brosnan heads down towards the line. Is he going to take the win? Troy Brosnan takes the win by 600ths of a second in Mont-Sainte-Anne.
Wow.
Lucky Stevens McNabb came so close. Rory Cunningham straight out there to get him offside as the fans invade the finish pole.
Oh boy, coming down.
Insane. Here we go. Incredible scenes in the finish arena. Troy Brosnan takes the win in Mont-Sainte-Anne. You could not write it. You couldn't make it up. Look at what it means to Troy Brosnan.
That is incredible.
What a way to finish the 2024 UCI Downhill World Cup season. Troy Brosnan gets another win. It's been too long since his last one. Troy Brosnan back on the top step where he belongs. Brosnan from Stevens McNabb, Greenland, Tyrrhenian and Coulonge, your top 5 here in Mont-Sainte-Anne, Quebec. Loic Bruni, the man with the golden goggles, takes the UCI Downhill World Cup overall title in 2024. Loic Bruni remains the best in the business. That's it for Downhill in 2024. Thanks for watching. We've loved it. We hope you have too.